What's up, everyone? I'm NyVo. I have a couple of my favorite IEMs here today. Mest MK2 and the Mest Indigo. The Indigo is the limited edition version, which is no longer for sale. The MK2 is still for sale. I recommend both of them. Um, both are great. My favorites. Um, they both have bone conduction drivers. They both have dynamic drivers. They both have balanced armatures, and they both have electrets. Now, that means the bone conduction. First of all, I think it's patented by Unique Melodies, so that's probably why it's not on everything right now, and it works really well. It reminds me of my Rail subwoofers. I have a couple T9Is, and what those are known for is um, basically blending in with like the mids very well because the sub actually is in the mids a little bit. Um, in the description on the website, they say that the bone conduction is a full range driver, but I'm mostly hearing it in the slightly in the sub bass, mostly in the mid bass, and then maybe a little bit higher. Not really. I don't know why they call it full range. So maybe some people feel it. Maybe I do, and I just don't even realize it. I don't know. Um, but it seems to be emphasized in the mid bass, and I guess I would say that I know that because compared to other IEMs, they just don't do what this can do. Um, First of all, the Mest MK2 so far is the first and only headphone to ever make me shed a tear. And that was my whole goal um, as an audiophile was to be able to make that happen. And Mest MK2, you did it. Congrats. Um, I think the Indigo is capable of doing it too. I haven't had it very long, so I haven't tried it on a lot of chains, and I think it can also happen. But so far it was the Mest MK2 on the Fio M17 that did it for me. So great pairing. Um, Now the build quality is really good on both of these. They look nice. The Indigo, I was actually hesitant when it first came out because I didn't like the look on picture or in any videos I saw. So that's the reason I was hesitating. I knew that I really liked the MK2 sound, but the Indigo look I wasn't really a fan of. I'll say in person it's definitely not as bad as I thought, but I have also already emailed Unique Melody to see what the options are to convert this to a custom IEM. So I'm also going to look into other color options because it's not really my style. I mean, it looks nice, but it's just not my style. I want maybe something darker or whatever. And I'm just kind of curious how it'll be as a custom because I'm not sure. I think the bone conduction might work a little better. I don't know. I don't know too many people that have this customized yet. The MK2, for whatever reason, people have told me that this one is not good custom, and the MK1, which I don't have I've never heard, so I'm not able to tell you the difference. For whatever reason, the MK1 supposedly is good custom from internet rumors, but this one I'm just gonna keep universal. Um, and now that I have the Indigo, I'm going to sell the MK2. There, there's not really a point to keep both of them. The difference in sound is definitely there. The Indigo is much more intense and it has more detail. And it seems like, I don't know, it just seems more balanced as a whole. I haven't really looked at the charts or anything, but that's just what I'm hearing. They're both still recessed in the vocals, but the instruments, the bass and the treble are just so good, and the way it presents instruments is so lifelike and nice that you just don't care. You might say that's cope that it should be able to do vocals too. I just don't care. I mean, I have I have the my friend's Rapsodio Infinity MK2. This is an excellent IEM. It does everything you should want an IEM to do, except it doesn't have bone conduction. So what's the difference? This guy tonally is very accurate. Stage wise is very impressive. It goes into another state, another level of the stage that my 64 audios can't do. Just a whole nother level of detail than anything else here. This is a step up from every IEM here, right? So why don't I just buy this? Well, I like the Mest better. Why do I like the Mest better? I guess because of the bone conduction. That must be the reason. So why the bone conduction? I guess because it's a more intense and more I guess like a gritty experience. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just to me more lifelike and more intense, and it's just everything I want in an IEM is right here. So bone conduction and in electrets, and then I guess with the dynamics and balance armatures too. I don't know, but definitely the bone conduction is definitely what I want, and definitely electrets. Back to the build quality. I got a little sidetracked. I think there's a little bit of difference here. It's hard to even see it with my own eyes, but I can feel it. The Indigo has a bit of more of a dip and a peak right here in this. Sorry, my finger's in the way. Right here, there's a little bit more of an edge, and it's really even hard to see with the human eye, but you can kind of feel it more. It's a different, slightly different, and that helps me. It helps it sit into my ear more snug on the Indigo. So, not that this is a problem really, but this is just a little bit better. And you can see that this one is flush. It feels pretty flush on the faceplate, and this one is more rounded. Let me see if you can see that. So shaped a little bit differently, and it must be to fit the other electrics. I don't know, but what else can I say? Imaging wise, the differences. All right, so the MK2 images left to right with a lot of increments all over the place over here, and it goes slightly in front of your maybe on your nose, like not much of a stage at all, but it doesn't feel unnatural. I still like the MK2 a lot. It's right now it's my second favorite IEM next to the Indigo. This is my favorite IEM now. The way this one images in stages is a little different. So it goes left to right with all the same increments with even more detail than the Mest MK2. And then it kind of goes up like this in, not a lot, maybe to the edge of your face, but it's enough to like not really annoy you too much. And then here's where it gets weird. It goes up to the front, and then it goes images this way too. So it's imaging here and here. It's pretty, at least on what I've heard it on so far. I don't know. Maybe there'll be something that'll bring out the stage more. I haven't heard it yet, so I'm excited to try this. I might do a follow-up review with that later on different chains I try on this. But so far, yeah, the imaging in front, or lots of increments here, that's unique to this headphone that I haven't heard on any IEM or headphone before, and the level of increments of imaging in front of you is pretty wild. And I heard that on some like Max Cooper test tracks, and it's kind of just blown away. There's some other things that this can do, like the sounds of water. I don't know why, for whatever reason, when I got these IEMs, I started noticing water in a ton of tracks, which I'd never really noticed before, but the water sounds really natural on this IEM. I need to try more things on this because it's still new to me, but I'm just so impressed with how natural things can sound. Also, there was some track, I don't know why, but maybe it was a Yossi track or something, but someone opened a soda can, and then you can hear the fizz coming off the top and all that, and the whole thing just sounds so real. I mean, and that sounds cheesy, whatever, but just how real that can make that sound is pretty nuts. Nothing else I have does that. So this is probably going to be my in-game IEM. I'm not even right now. I'm not even looking. I know there's some that are known to be, like I think it's the Annihilator, and I've heard really great things about that. But I'm just not really interested because this is my my area of things that I like. I like the bone conduction and I like the EST. It's just a more exciting experience for me. And yeah, so the Infinity MK2, you're supposed to be perfect, and I'm imagining you're going to be like the Annihilator. So unless Annihilator has bone conduction, then I'm still not interested. That's just how I feel about it. What else to say? I think that's it. So easy recommendation from me for both of these, and try to find one. Especially the Indigo. I think it's just such an intense thing. It's not gonna be for everyone. If you can handle some intensity, this one's it. It's so fun to listen to. And this one is also really good, but you got to power them. You have to power them right. Give them a decent amount of power. Get that bone conduction working. If someone says they didn't hear the bone conduction on the Mest, they weren't powering it right. So give it a lot of juice. I think that's all I got to say. I'll see you guys later.